Hi, one. Nice to meet you. Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, Jonathan. Pleasure to meet you. Hi, Jada. Pleasure to meet you. What's your name? Brian. Pleasure to meet you. Brian. Hi, Valentine. Pleasure to meet you. Hi, Ben. You guys sound good.
Every day, millions of agricultural workers and gardeners risk hand injuries from either wearing no gloves or improper gloves. According to the U.S. Every day, millions of agricultural workers and gardeners risk hand injuries by either using improper gloves or no gloves at all. According to the U.S. Department of Labor Statistics, 40% of these workers could have preventive injuries if they were wearing proper protective gear. At Harvest Harmony, we are on a mission to give proper protection with our hand helper gloves, designed for comfort, durability, and a safer fit. Hand helper gloves, built for work, made for comfort. Hi, I'm Jada, the CEO of Harvest Harmony.
I'm Benjamin, the CTO.
I'm Valentin, the CFO. I'm Brian, the secretary.
I'm Juan, I'm the CMO.
I'm Jonathan, I'm the co-CFO.
Every year, nearly 400,000 workers are treated in the emergency room due to hand injuries from lawn and gardening tools. These injuries are preventable and are often a result of improper glove usage.
So to combat this statistic, we created our hand helper glove designed to help the hands of those who are hurt.
So you guys made them up?
Yeah.
Is that supposed to wrap, like tighten up around the wrist so it doesn't slip off?
So the person who made the glove, they forgot to stitch it on as well. So it's still last minute.
How is that different than the Velcro wrist attachment?
I believe it's the same. This is our customer segment. This is Jorge Valencia. He's a 48-year-old man who's a gardener. He wants proper protection because the gloves he wears can tear or wear down easily. So we plan to gain exposure for our product through social media apps such as Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
So at Harvest Harmony, we aim to go above and beyond. While Majestica and Ironclad offer comfort and durability, we bring additional value to the table through thrift, straps, and superior stitching, which is what typically makes a glove last longer.
Now, what makes us so unique? As mentioned previously, we will have premium leather and premium stitching to make sure our glove is long-lasting and durable to last through those long, hard-working days. We also plan to donate a portion of our revenue to local charities to just give back to the community. Another thing we also plan to do is just to add actual Velcro to our glove to make sure it doesn't slip off our client's hand and actually stays secure to the hand.
Our customer relations. So at Harvest Harmony, we don't just want to provide gloves. We want to build a connection. So this is how we plan to get, keep, and grow our relationship. For our get, we plan to advertise on social media and with advertisements. And for our keep, we plan to market. We plan to have a newsletter where you can sign up and you get special offers and behind the scenes look at future products. And then for grow, we plan to use retention, where we will take feedback from our customers on our website, that we have a contact us page where we will take their feedback into consideration and implement it into our product.
Our ad grabs the attention of the viewers by showing a gardener frustrated, using ripped and poorly quality gloves. We then introduced the gardener to our hand helper glove, built to be durable and comfortable. We then show how the glove is being made, followed by a glimpse of our landing page.
Tired of gloves that just don't last? They rip, they slip, and they leave your hands sore and dirty. Enough is enough. It's time for a better solution. Designed with care and handcrafted for durability. Made from high-quality deer skin with a nitrile coating on the fingertips and a Velcro wrist strap for slip prevention. Hand helper gloves. Pre-order today and take your gardening to the next level. No more slipping, no more tearing. Just comfort, durability, and results. Scan our QR code and see how Harvest Harmony gloves improve your gardening. Pre-order now. Tired of gloves that just don't last? They rip, they slip, and they leave your hands sore and dirty. Enough is enough. It's time for a better solution. Designed with care and handcrafted for durability. Made from high-quality deer skin with a nitrile coating on the fingertips and a Velcro wrist strap for slip prevention. Hand helper gloves. Pre-order today and take your gardening to the next level. No more slipping, no more tearing. Just comfort, durability, and results. Scan our QR code and see how Harvest Harmony gloves improve your gardening. Pre-order now.
So this is our landing page where you can place all the information so that we could send you notifications, as well as all our social media links are located there.
So how will benefit from this ad? The ad will allow us to not only measure overall interest through the amount of clicks we get, but since we added our landing page, we'll be able to know how many people actually want to pre-order our product.
Next, we go to our financials. Our TAM is set at 1,175,066,000, followed by our SAM at 141,000,008,000, followed by our SOM at 2,721,000. Above are the numbers of units sold, and our conversion rate is at 1.93. Here are our key metrics. By the first year, we plan to sell 81,000 gloves, and we hope to have at least 50,000 followers across all our social media platforms to prove that we have been recognized by the people. We also hope to have our gloves last at least 4 months or more.
Now, for our profit, we're planning on selling our gloves for $35. It costs us around $70 to make, giving us $18 in profit. But as mentioned earlier, we do plan to give some of our revenue to charities, and we are planning to give around 20% of that to charities, just local charities, just to give back. And for our yearly projected revenues, we're projected to make a little bit under $500,000 in our first year, and our second year will grow to $500,000, $7,600,000. And for our final and third year, we will keep growing to a little bit over $700,000. Some assumptions we made are just that obviously people are actually interested in our glove and are actually willing to buy it. Another one is the stay growth increase. So like our growth stays the same throughout all 3 years, our first 3 years. And for our projected sales, we again just made assumptions that our numbers are correct with those. And another thing we just assumed was that our stakeholders are actually the correct ones, or it's not like some other people.
Definition of success. So, our first definition of success would be improved work experience for our customers. Basically, them just actually benefiting from our glove. And then our second one is building customer trust. Just building our brand and making it known so that people can trust it. And then ensuring comfort and safety, just protecting the hands and ultimately valuing our mission. So, and then we have community engagement, actually building a community within our brand, not just selling gloves.
So, at Harvest Harmony, we hope to make what you love gardening a little easier. So, next time you're searching for a glove, we hope you consider buying our panel. Thank you.
Want to give a little feedback. Great presentation, guys and gals. A suggestion is, are you targeting just gardeners, or is it the whole agricultural?
The whole agricultural.
Okay, so then you guys may want to work a little bit on your message, because to me it sounded like you guys are just targeting gardeners, whereas if you guys targeted agriculturals, that could be more of a market, because you have people working out in the ag fields. And gardening, is it the gardener that's in their backyard garden, right? So maybe get a little bit clearer on your message. Suggestion, you guys did a great job, but get a little bit more prepared. You can tell that you guys didn't really practice for your pitch. So practice makes perfect, or practice makes, gets you there. And then I like the way that you guys have a call to action, which is good. Pre-orders are always good. Even when you're working on a prototype, if you can get those pre-orders, get those numbers, you got some money coming in, you could start using that money to actually start producing some of the products. So, great job.
Thank you.
Question, is the deer skin a must? Is this deer skin, or is it?
That's cowhide.
Yeah. You might just research and see if deer skin is going to be available in the quantities that you project for the serviceable market. So deer are harvested through permits to hunt, and there are some places that have deer, but I don't know how big an industry that is and how readily available deer skin would be. So I would say determine why you're saying deer skin, why you're saying nitrile. I want to understand that. I don't have to this minute. I'd like to talk to you more, I think. But you showed a glove in your video that had like something that looks like it's already developed. The guy's hand was there, and I tried to take a still photo of it. I'd like to know what your glove can do that's different than other gloves that have that. They have gloves at mechanic shops that can work in the field too. Just really look at everything that's out there and make sure you have something that's unique and different than that. I'm not convinced that you do. The idea is, and I'm not trying to be too hard on you. The next thing is on the whole glove idea. And Gladys asked, is your target agricultural? Because we talked about gardeners. Your target's hands. Anybody's hands. Protecting hands. Find ways to protect all of it. But you can start with the harvesters because it's a benevolent thing and it's overlooked. You're also going to find that the harvesters are largely not going to be able to find you because they're not connected through social media and all those sorts of things. It's difficult. I've been in the ag industry. They come and go. The term migrant farm worker doesn't mean that they migrated here. You migrate to follow the latitude of the earth because the harvest starts in the southern latitude. The same exact crop that's grown in Brawley, California, is harvesting 2 weeks before Pixley and Bakersfield, and then another week before it gets to Merced. So they follow the crop. They migrate up, they finish that crop, the next one's coming. Look into that to understand that. And how are you going to get to that market? But I think you should make your glove, your prototypes, everything, your testing's next, and then design, around what test market would be. Stay on this, get with it, and figure it out, and this is the 5th product now today. So I would say go back and watch the video that Mr. Fitz will have, because we've given some advice to other people that are making products and trying to make products available that I don't want to repeat for sake of time. And that's all I have for now, but we'll see what other people have.
I'll just say a few things. I really like that in a lot of the presentations, you guys are clearly defining, this is our company and here's the product that we have done. But then when we get towards the end here, I see that you just have the company name. And I don't think you have enough identity or branding built around, hand helper glove. That's what that should say at the end. So your company name should be minimalized and the product name should be elevated. So you're really, really focusing. What you want me to remember more than anything is the product.
Coalition. They keep all these stats. They have all these stats. Fresno County is the highest producing agricultural valley in the entire United States of America. And people think, well, I drive through Missouri. I drive through Kansas. All I see is fields and fields and fields. Yeah, it's fields of corn. It's fields of wheat. That they use big harvester equipment that takes hand work. And the most diverse agricultural market in the nation is right here in Fresno County. It's the top. It blows everything else away. 80% of the produce comes out of this Central Valley. So you're onto something, and you have the answers right here. You live here. Fresno County, I'll give you some information on who you can ask that, but you can find out how many workers come through. I'd also say when you were wanting to give 20%, just like Damon said, I have a nonprofit. I'm the founding director. I actively run a nonprofit. To give 20% is very kind, but an investor that wants to invest in this business will say, well, I'm not invested. How do I know who you're giving the 20% to? And I want to give to you to see your thing go, and I want to get it strong. So why don't you give later and let my money go all towards building your thing? An investor is going to think like that. This is a practice pitch for investors, right? So think about that. Now, when you have general public going to Taco Bell all day long and go, would you like to give $1 to Children's Hospital, Roundup, 27 cents? It makes them look and feel good, and the customer look and feel good, or feel harassed and bothered why they got to do that. The fact of the matter is, it's real trendy to give to a charity. You don't identify a charity, then people don't link to it. So if it looks like to me you're solving a problem coming from a heart of compassion for people that don't have their hands protected in farm work. That's what I'm seeing. You might consider pivoting and being a nonprofit and finding a way to get gloves to all these people that don't even know how to get a hold of you and might not have electronic abilities because they're here on, a green card working and then going back and forth, that sort of thing. So if you want to do that and that's your focus, you might be a nonprofit and then you're not giving away 20%, you're using it all. You can make a nonprofit can have a tremendous amount of income, millions of dollars of income, and it can pay you well, and you can spend it all within the organization. You just don't buy yachts and mansions with the money. That's the difference. People are like, nonprofit, I don't want to not make a profit. Oh, you make a profit, just as what you do with it. So anyway, I don't give 20% of my other businesses into my nonprofit, and I do have bylaws written that I can give into my own nonprofit, receive tax deduction, but I don't give 20% even. 10's my mark that I want to get to, but I need the money to run my other business to keep operating capital. So that 20% thing is something to think about. Make your glove unique, and you've got to come out with something. No other glove does, or you're going to be a nonprofit that's going to give gloves to the needy people here in the valley.
How much are the gloves again?
35.
Oh, Mr. Pitts. I don't know if I did that. So I'm a gardener. It's like my passion. It's where I find peace. And I can tell you that I go through gloves every couple days. So no matter if they're leather or what material they are, because I'm dealing in the dirt, because I'm working with my hands, because I'm doing working with the dirt, things like that. I don't know for that, right? That's the design. So I think it's great, to be thinking about materials, but I think more importantly, I think we need to think about design, because where I can say that my glove scale every single time is on the seat. Every single glove that I buy to use a good glove, like a good leather glove, the seam is like almost to my finger. Why?
Yeah.
It has to open. My fingernails are dirty. I'm mad. Right? And my fingers look ragged. So I want a glove that doesn't have seams on my fingertips. It's not going to bust open. That I can dig in the person for days and days. Any other material but leather, tell me. I'll go through those in about 15 minutes. Right? So think about the design. Definitely think about the material. I'm about your price point. If I know that I'm going to go through a pair of gloves a week or an hour, I'm not spending $40. I'm going to spend $5, $10. I'm going to buy a big package from Costco, right?
Well enough to stand as a business, because at some point you want to be able to offer lines of your product, right? To say, okay, well, we have 3 gloves. You choose from whatever, right? All unique to your product. To say this is only you can do this. Maybe even get a patent for what you're doing, right? But so if you can get yourself to that point, then just be a nonprofit and do good work as well and still make money, right? I think that's the biggest thing here, because what you have, like when you pass that prototype around, the first thing I asked was about the strap, right? You have that, and first I thought, well, that's a unique idea, but then I'm thinking, I have gloves at home that have Velcro, right? Yeah. So find your edge, and if you can't find an edge, then go the nonprofit route and do some good work.
All right. Well, first of all, I really appreciate you seeking out that person to make the prototype on that glove. That did take a lot of effort, so I'm glad you did do that. So that I really appreciate that. I'm a prototype guy, right? So, but that being said, I'm gonna also, what Josh said, deer skin, cowhide, is that really the best application and best material to use? Who knows? It could be for certain applications, it's great. Other applications, it could be very hot and sweaty, to where their hands get so hot. Because I didn't see any breathable like holes in the side of like the seams of the fingers. So my other question is, did you look into like Kevlar?
I believe we did. I think we talked about that in class together.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
So what happened with the Kevlar like material track that you were possibly going to go down for using that material?
I don't think we went really deep into that. We ended up talking about Cabretta leather, which is used for golf clubs.
Right.
But it's hard to get, and it's hot, and yeah, it was expensive.
I've got a long sleeve, resistant sleeve with for $28. So I found on you one. It's just something to think about, because each field has different applications for different type of gloves, right? Yeah. You're not going to use those gloves to pick grapes, right? Those leather gloves.
Well, you could.
You could.
Yeah, and especially.
Well, I'm just saying different applications.
Yeah.
Dexterity. So my suggestion is, for each application in the ag industry, you want to focus on that specific glove for that application of what you need your fingers for, your hands for. This glove is more, you're going for the universal, correct? I think that if you are going to get into this industry, you have to be glove specific to what field or what type of ag you're picking in the field, because they're not all the same. And I know you're gonna have a responsibility.
In the future, we didn't call it Harvest Harmony gloves because we do want to have products for different things. Like we want to have multiple different lines of gloves, and then we also want to have different gardening tools. So that's why we kind of kept it like an open name for our business.
Okay. And also, just to echo the same kind of thing, like 20% giving back is a huge in-kind donation to the charity of your choice. List what charities you are going to give to. That really does help with that, but I still think 20% is a lot to give away for a startup business. I think more like 3 to 5%. It's still going to be generous if you're giving back regardless, but when you're a startup, you need that capital. So the other thing is, like I said, who's your target market demographic? I think you already kind of touched on that. Are you going to sell to?
This being a passion, and maybe not pivoting to a nonprofit, But giving to charities, many times the bigger the charity, the more administrative cost. I think you guys could just consider thinking about, look at the My Pillow guys, or these people that do infomercials. And on Shark Tank, there's one person on Shark Tank that actually specializes in infomercials, which I know a lot of people aren't watching regular TV where you get an infomercial, but you can also get a short, just a reel that becomes an infomercial about your product. And if you were like to focus on, we sell a glove, brand your glove so that when you buy our glove, we're not saying we're the best, the only, but whatever, but when you buy our glove.
Also, I've been, the judges, participants, everyone's been mentioning why you want to donate so much to charity. I'm curious if you guys are able to share, why 20%?
Well, in the beginning when we first started this, we did want to donate a glove, but we seen that everything wasn't working out for that, so we want to give a big part of our company towards our mission, and because we couldn't figure out a way to provide another glove to people who work in agriculture.
So in the winter time, when you go to tie vines off, like grapevines, and they snap back at you, and that's are the gloves like durable enough to handle the vines when they get tough? Because I know everyone's talking about summer, but there's a whole other group that goes into winter, which are they flexible but durable enough to handle that kind of thing?
So with the deerskin leather, it's durable, but also it's kind of like having just a protective layer over your hand. So it doesn't really get in the way. So it could be used for that.
Because the leather is too tough.
Right.
Up to one quick thing. So at the end of your presentation, I have a lot of notes in here, but I want to say this to you in person. End of your presentation is, I hope you consider buying our product, and your number one in the presentation, begging and asking and pleading, hoping, be confident. Buy our product. It's the best thing on the market. It's for a good cause. It helps great people. So you end with a strong ending. All right. So now with I hope you consider buying our product.
Thank you.